That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why weren't you turned to stone, just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive, and never will be, thank goodness.
If you don't mind, Mr. Talk, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why weren't you turned to stone, just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive, and never will be, thank goodness.
If you don't mind, Mr. Talk, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why weren't you turned to stone, just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive, and never will be, thank goodness.
Boop. Did that work? Oh, hell yeah, it worked. For once, finally. Oh, and hey, um, there's someone out there called Pixie and someone out there called Lucius on Discord. Check your fucking Discord. If you're watching this and you hear my voice, check your damn Discord direct mails. Jesus, gotta make shit so hard. Huh? Remove. Okay, I showed these clips a couple times. I need to re-add them, I will. Lucius. I'm the werewolf, motherfucker, not you. Although last month was pretty fun, because, full moon twice. Oh, if you want me to post the join link in the YouTube chat, I can do that. I just need to reopen YouTube. One thing at a time, people. One thing at a time. That way you don't fuck nothing up. Jesus. No, I don't want to check Discord because Discord is funky. Mm-hmm. Only if you go to the wrong Discords. Oh, and just to let everybody know, if you were a fan of the cricket on last night's stream I did, um, it's still there. I can't find it. I think it's hiding in the bushes just outside the corner of my front door. Cause I looked in the corner of the living room and it wasn't there. It didn't hop away. I do not kill crickets. If they're in the house and I see them, I will scoop them up and put them back outside and be like, go the fuck away because you're loud as hell. And I'm trying to sleep here. I'm trying to be entertaining while I do all this technical shit. But yeah, he has actually been chirping in the daytime. He'll like give out 5 or 6 chirps and then he'll shut up. And I hadn't heard him for about an hour. So I think maybe a snake got him. Because we've got these little black snakes. They're maybe about 5 inches long, 6 inches long, with a red band around their neck. And yeah, I found a couple hiding under my welcome mat outside. So yeah, maybe the snakes got them. Like I said, I like snakes and spiders. They eat the shit that I don't like. I mean, not necessarily that I don't like crickets. I don't like crickets chirping while I'm trying to sleep. I'm just saying, you know, maybe a little bit of a pet peeve. Okay, fair enough. I'll accept that. Jesus, why is the internet being so slow? Am I lagging for anybody out there? Well, okay. If nobody wants to come in, that's fine. Boop. Did that work this time? Okay. Now it worked. Fair enough. Okay. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come in, come in. As long as you don't want to show me like your naughty bits, because I know where to go find naughty bits if I want to see them. And if I want to touch them, I know who I can call. But she won't be over till later tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Well, okay. Nobody's brave enough to step into the Thunderdome. Fair enough. I get it. I'm gonna go get a beer and take a bong hit. So you can decide what you want to do. Okay, I'm back. I ain't took the bong rip yet, but I got a beer. Wow, is everybody still in church and shit? Wow. Okay. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who the fuck sang that? Hmm. Give that a minute. Let it marinate. No, it was not Herbie Hancock. It was somebody else. You know, I'm gonna say some deep philosophical bullshit right now. I mean, if you need to scrape the road apples out of the road, uh, people come and go in life. Family, friends, acquaintances. Some of them stay around for a while. Um, but eventually they all leave. Eventually. Unless you die first, and then that's a whole different rabbit hole. You know what matters most? That we remember them. Even though sometimes I forget shit. But I try to remember the people that meant a lot to me. And if you've never had a friend or family member die or overdose or get murdered or be in an accident, then I'm happy for you because, yeah, it could be just around the corner. I've had lots, so I expect it because shit happens. Unexpected shit happens. So nobody wants to boop in. Okay, fuck it. I'll give it a few more minutes and see if anybody gets the notifications because YouTube does suck. So, okay, that concludes the deepish portion of this broadcast. Unless somebody else wants to bring something up. Hey, don't make me reload my TikTok shit. I will do it because I like it a lot. And remember, the chicken is the hero. Without the chicken, Dorothy would have got squished. Well, you'll just have to watch the movie and find out for yourself because I ain't telling you shit. I don't do the whole fucking spoiler shit unless the movie is like 30 years old, 25, 30 years old or some shit like that. That's different. Maybe people will notice. I don't know. I'm not that interested. That's why I like having other people on. Gives me somebody to bounce ideas off of, and they can bounce their ideas off me. I mean, maybe Pixie's busy. That's fair enough. She's got chitlins and shit. Yeah, Will does too. So, but I mean, anybody can come on or try to come on if you want to. As long as you don't whip your junk out, it's all good. Oh, and we were talking about blocking and banning users on YouTube last night. I have 4 or 5 accounts blocked on YouTube. Two or three of them are bots. I haven't checked lately. They were those the the porn sites would invade your chat. Click here, click here, click, 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 click. Girls, girls, girls. Yeah, and I was just like, ban, ban, ban. I think I have 2 people's sock accounts banned too because it didn't say bot next to it when I checked the last time. Oh, here's a good question for you. This commercial just come on TV. Um, Chucky, the doll from what the fuck was the name of the first movie? Shit. But you know how I'm talking about, Chucky, the possessed little doll, or is he an AI gone fucking insane? Ah, because they've rebuilt him like in what was it, the second one? They like put him back together to figure out what went wrong, and the same shit happened all over again. Except Chucky chased the little kid's name, chased him to his military school and tried to hunt him down. No, that was a bad idea. That yeah, because I mean military schools don't have like howitzers and shit, but they've got M16s. Oh yes, oh yes they do. They ain't got like hand grenades and fucking bazookas and shit. No, they ain't got no shit like that. But they've got M16s. They do. Marksmanship. So how is everybody's Sunday going? Mine has been rainy since noon yesterday. It started raining at noon or right before noon and has not fucking stopped yet. So that's over 24 hours of rain that we've had. It's not all been like torrential rain, but it's a constant rain. Look, don't be shy. Come on up. I'm not going to rip you to shreds unless you deserve it. Oh, and here's another thing. Since nobody wants to, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your ears. I didn't. My bad. Um, a lot of people, mm, excuse me, beer. A lot of people do this. I'm going to review a lolscow. You know what? After 5 years of watching all those dumbasses, I'm done. Well, actually, I was done about 6 months ago. But I mean, I've slowly stopped watching that shit because they don't change. It's like watching a car crash or a train wreck in slow motion. And fuck that noise. I got better things to do. I'm actually sitting here. Ghostbusters 2 is on the TV, but it's muted because, copyright and shit like that. Fucking stupid. I played 5 seconds of Alien, where the alien gets the short haired chick in the cargo bay. It was just her screaming. It was just her screaming. Copyright. Huh. Oh, and one Halloween, there is a copyright free version of Night of the Living Dead, the original in black and white. I played that one Halloween, and somebody copyright claimed me on the fucking music. The music in the movie from Turkey. Oh, sorry, I'm getting loud here. But they did it from Turkey. I was like, what the actual fuck? Is George Romero in Turkey? He didn't really die. He went to Turkey. I mean, come on. It's dumb shit like this that has ruined, uh, YouTube mainly. But, it's affected all parts of the internet. I used to use, oh, hey, I may or may not be a criminal. I used to use this program called Napster way back when. Um, it took me 20 minutes to download a song over a dial up internet way back then. And then Metallica comes along, and Lars Ulrich, the drummer, wants to slap his dick on the table and say, no, 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 we need to be paid for this. I was like, man. As soon as I heard that, I knew it was over. But I did get like 500 songs. I'd go to work and leave it downloaded. I'd go this one and that one and this one and that one, and it would do it. And I set my modem because when call waiting first came out, it would kick you offline if the phone rang on call waiting. I was like, no, fuck that noise. Ignore call waiting. And it did. Oh, sorry, I had to blow my nose. Okay, if nobody's going to come in, I'll give it about 45 minutes. Nobody wants to show up, that's fine. Hey, it's Sunday, I give it. It's Sunday and it's 3 o'clock East Coast time, and it is still motherfucking raining. The thunderstorms moved on, but it's still fucking raining. Hey, I can wait as long as you. It's not a big deal to me. Okay, I've got a question for all you mutants out there. How many of you watched the G.I. Joe movies? Nobody? Nobody watched G.I. Joe? Okay. All right, I guess we got nothing to talk about this. But I'm going to burn up my damn StreamYard hours because they reset with the 15th or something like that. No, Jesus save you. No, I'm watching The Unexplained, caught on camera. He's exercising somebody. Hmm. I like some of the UFO ones because they look interesting. I'm like, what exactly is that? Well, nowadays they could be drones. People flying like formations of drones, just a trick. I mean, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen videos of actual people flying drones that are like have a circular LED light thing on them that makes all these weird kind of flashes. So yeah, people are dumb. Well, now the old school black and white photos, like from way back in the 50s and 40s and 50s and shit. Yeah, those are more believable than the, oh, look at what I just caught on camera with my fucking cell phone. Well, A, your cell phone is not a 35 millimeter camera, and it doesn't really focus all that well on things that are far away. And B, in 6 months, you'll be buying a new one anyway, which is why I do not have one. You could not give me one. You could not pay me to take a goddamn cell slash smartphone because fuck those things. I don't need GPS to figure out where I'm at. I know where I'm at. Nobody. Nobody wants to join. Okay. Like I said, about 45 minutes. Hell, maybe other people went live. I don't know. Okay. Dude. Giggity, giggity. Oh, wait. That's the wrong show. Fuck. Okay, let me ask you another question that will not be answered because apparently nobody's watching. Did you know Unbreakable by M. Night Shyamalan, Split by the same guy, and Glass? That's a trilogy. If you watch them all back to back, or watch one night, one the next night, one the next night, they are like puzzle pieces. Even though they came out in goddamn, what was it, 8 or 10 years between Unbreakable and Split, and then after Split did so well, which I think that was because of Professor X playing the bad guy. What's his name? McAvoy? Can't think of his first name. James McAvoy. James McAvoy played yeah, Split. Played the well. I don't know how many personalities he actually had, but he had a ton of them. But Unbreakable is the first because if you watch Split all the way to the end, uh, and then you watch Glass, they all link together in a perfect picture. Yeah, I thought it was good the way he did it. But that's just nobody. I got nobody. Oh wait, Sam, get your ass in here, man. What the fuck are you doing? What are you waiting on, man? Sam, come on, man. Yeah, I know there's a lot of weird shit flying around in Arizona and Nevada and Utah and what's the other desert state? New Mexico. Well, that's where Roswell was in New Mexico. So. But to be fair and to be honest, from what I understood, from what I understood back in my days in the army, most of that shit is experimental aircraft, and sometimes things don't go right with that shit because it's experimental. Get in here, Geo. Shit. Okay, leave me hanging. Leave me hanging out in the wind. That's fine. No, it's all good. The link should be pinned at the top. If it don't work, let me know. Because both StreamYard and YouTube have been acting fucked up today. So,
Hey, hey.
well, bam, there you go. Hey, thank you for showing up, Geo. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, how's your Sunday been so far?
Okay. I slept in late, so
Well, I would have if that goddamn cricket wouldn't have started chirping at like fucking 10 o'clock this
uh,
morning. He's got to be outside, right beside the front door, in the bushes right there. I need to get my mowing guy to fucking chop a bunch of that shit down.
you don't have do you have a what's that like an electric blower or something? You could just go around and blow the whole area.
I don't know. I'd have to go. Well, my dad, excuse me, my dad had a habit of collecting tools that he didn't really need. So maybe there's one out there in the building somewhere.
Or you could just do nothing, and then maybe they'll just go away.
Maybe a snake will eat them. Yeah. So hey, circle of life and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, it's not that bad. It's just
Annoying. Yeah.
I think it's in my house. I thought it was in my room. I was looking around for it.
Well, I thought mine was either in the corner of the living room next to the door or in the kitchen behind the damn stove. And I was like, I'm not moving the stove. Fuck all that noise. I'm not just not. He can live
Oh,
there and be happy. Yeah.
so so the cricket is actually in the house.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I've been sitting here with the fans on today and the windows. Well, I had that last night too. Fans on and the windows open and the crickets outside sounded like they were outside. But that one fucking cricket sounded like he was sitting under my chair. I was like, no, he's not. He's not that close. So, but
It's cool. Yeah, I've seen UFOs. I was sitting outside smoking like I normally do, and I look up and I'm like, "What the fuck am I?" And I go, "Hey!" I call my housemate. Come on out, look at this. He's a photographer, right? I said, "Come on, look at," and he's looking up. We're both seeing the same thing. So I say,
mhm.
Go get your camera. Go get your camera. Take a picture." He goes, runs in, gets his phone. I'm like, "No," I said,
Jesus
"Camera." I
Christ.
said, "Camera."
Yeah,
Camera, not phone. So
I
he's there.
know that.
He's holding his phone up, right?
But it's the iPhone 25. I mean, it's
I don't
supposed to
know,
be clear as a bell. Yeah, fuck that.
but he got nothing. But,
Yeah. Well, I actually have a similar story. Okay, I was back when I was in the army, back in the all 90s, and all that good shit. I was outside smoking a cigarette, and I was looking around. I was outside of the building, and I looked up, and I saw the silver. It it wasn't blimp shaped. I knew what a blimp looked like. I knew what a helicopter looked like. I knew what an airplane looked like. This was like a silver. It kind of looked like a football, but not quite. It was squished in on the ends. It wasn't pointy like a football is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I was looking at it. I was like, "What the fuck is that? Is that a cloud? Is that like some kind of drone?" The fucking thing made a 90-degree angle turn and shot out of my eyesight. I was like, "Okay." I put my cigarette out, went back inside, and I didn't say shit to anybody about it. I was like, "Okay." I saw what I saw. I mean,
Well, the idea is to rule out these other. What is it? Is it a guy in a costume floating around in the sky? Do
oh
you think?
sure.
Do you think
Is it
that's what
one of
it is?
those wing? Well, do you think it was one of those wingsuit jumpers? I
Okay.
mean, it
Is it a wingsuit jumper?
made. Yeah, I saw that shit. I
Okay,
love
that's
it.
one. Is it a guy floating around in some a costume with helium? All right, that's two things. Is it
Is
any
it
of
a
those?
witch? It could have
Is
been
it?
a witch.
Wait. Is it any of those two things?
No,
How do you know? How do you
because
know
it
it's
was
not any
silver.
of those two things? What
Yeah.
did you do to determine that it wasn't any of those two things that we just mentioned?
Hey, look, man.
You just looked up in the sky. You
Hey,
just looked
Geo,
up in the
Geo.
sky and you said, "Oh, wait a minute. That's not a guy in a costume floating around with helium."
Hey,
That's
Geo.
what you did. So you see what I mean?
I was
How
smoking a
stupid this all
cigarette.
sounds when people try and describe these things.
Well, yeah, it does sound vague and
Yeah.
amorphous and all that shit, but I saw what I saw. I mean, one minute I was looking at this fucking
Right.
captain's
But
chick's ass.
did you? Yeah, but there's a difference between saying I saw a flying cigar or I saw something I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it is, and it didn't really look
No,
like
I
a cigar.
understand, but it's not a pineapple, right? It wasn't a pineapple,
No,
right?
it wasn't a cucumber either.
It wasn't a cucumber. But how do you know it wasn't a pineapple or a cucumber? What
I
did
don't
you
know
do
what it
to
is.
determine? What did you do to determine that it wasn't those two things?
Looked at it.
You looked at it. You know what pineapples look like, and you know what cucumbers look like, right? So you look up. You don't see any of those two things. So it can't be any of those two things, right?
Right.
Yeah, but if you look up in the sky, you can't tell what the fuck it is. How is it some alien from another universe? How
I
do you
didn't
make that
say it
determination?
was.
No,
Did I
I'm not
say that it
saying.
was
I'm
an
not
alien
saying
from
you. I'm
beyond
not.
time and space? No,
But I'm
I
not
didn't.
saying you make that determination. Other people do. They look up in the
Well,
sky without any,
hey,
with
hey,
zero, with
Gio,
zero investigation, and not all just looking up in the sky. They know that
Gio,
it's aliens
Gio,
from another universe.
Gio.
How is that
Bring it
possible?
down. Bring it down a bit. All
How
right,
is that possible?
most people who look at the stars on a clear night sky cannot recognize constellations. So how are they going to recognize what the fuck a UFO, a satellite, the fucking International Space Station, a fucking test uh, flight object, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah,
I
but do
mean,
you
how
get
are
my
they going
point?
to know? They
Do you
won't
get
know.
my
Yeah,
point?
I get your point. I get
What's
your
the
point.
point? What's the point am I trying to make? Do you know? Can you tell me what it is?
Most people are stupid. Is that the point you're trying to make?
No, no. It has nothing to do with intelligence.
If you look at something in the sky, either day or night, and you
Yeah,
don't know what it is, the best thing to say is, I don't know what the fuck that was.
right. But if you look
Exactly.
up, wait. But if you look up in the sky and you see something and you say, "Oh, aliens from another universe,"
Never say that.
how do you get to that?
I don't know too much sci fi. I mean, I don't know. People are stupid. I mean, come on, man. You can
It's a
grant me
simple
that.
question. If you look up in the sky and you see something that looks like an aeroplane, right? That has two wings coming out of it and it's flying, and you can hear what sounds like an aeroplane. Do
Mhm.
you say to yourself, "Wow, look at that pineapple"? No,
Where?
no,
No, you don't. No.
you don't, because you have indications of things that you know what it is, right? It's an aeroplane. Of course, it's an aeroplane, right? You have knowledge that tells you that's an airplane, right?
Hmm.
Now, if you look up in the sky and you see a shape or a thing you've never seen flying around, how do you have the knowledge to say that it's an alien beings
I
flying
did.
around in it? Listen, I'm not finished. How does anybody get to say that what's flying around up there is aliens beings from flying a spacecraft from another
All
universe?
right, time out, Geo. Time out, Geo.
How do you get to make those claims?
Time out, Geo. Please, for Christ's fucking sake. Um, all right, there's the First Amendment. People can say all the stupid shit they want to say, but they're not free from the consequences of me going, that's fucking stupid, and you probably didn't see what you thought you saw. Get
Well,
it?
the idea
If I
is,
see, well, no, no, hang on. If I see a bear walking through the woods, and I know what a bear is,
mhm.
then I'm like, hey, that's a fucking bear. I'm going the other way. Okay, if some fucking yokel from the city comes out into the woods and sees a bear walking around on its back legs,
Yeah.
let's say it's standing up trying to get a honey pot or whatever. Okay, Bigfoot. The fucking stupid guy from the city's going to say, hey, look, I saw Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Well, the idea is, how do you determine Bigfoot from a bear? What, 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 how does someone get to say it was Bigfoot?
Because the motherfucker did not know what he was looking at.
Well, how do you get if you're looking at something that's tall and hairy, would you call it a worm? No.
All right, that was kind of Irenic's left field shit right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you wouldn't call it a worm, but if somebody did call it a worm, what would you say?
Well, I mean, if somebody saw something tall and hairy in the woods, didn't get a clear look at it, it just said, "Hey, that fucking thing looks mean. I'm going to turn around and walk out of here because I'm from the city, and my nuts just went up my butt."
Well,
Um,
right.
it's
What if
not
they-
going. He's
well, what
not
if
going.
someone-
He's
what if
not going
you-
to turn
what if
around.
somebody-
He is not going to turn around and say, "I saw an octopus in the woods."
Well, what if he did?
Well, then he's fucking dumb. What part of that do you not get? He's fucking stupid. He does not know what he's looking
Well,
at.
what would make someone think that they're seeing an octopus?
I don't know. I'm not in their head. I'm in my head.
If they don't know what it is, what makes them? Why? How?
I
Can they,
don't
If they don't know what it is, right? They don't know what it is.
I do
How
not
do you
assume.
get to determine what it is if you don't know what it is? That's the question.
He makes a guess, and it's a bad guess. It's
Yeah,
a
so-
fucking bad guess.
So, in other words, you use zero investigation skills except for what you can see, right? And that's really bad. And you just say, "Oh, it's aliens from another universe flying around in spaceships."
Christ. I need another beer. Keep on with your aliens from another universe.
How do you make that leap?
The Flash.
If someone throws a plate in the sky and someone sees it, if someone sees a plate flying around in the sky,
Universes and fuck shit all up. Okay.
someone sees a
Fair
plate
enough.
flying around in the sky, what kind of investigation did they do to determine that it was an alien spacecraft with people inside of it flying
I
around?
heard what you said, Gio. I'm sorry.
How did they get to make that kind of determination?
Well, I mean, people haven't. Okay, here's the thing: people make their own determinations. I can't make it for you. You can't make it for me. I can't make it for my neighbor.
Right.
My neighbor still flies a goddamn Trump flag.
Right.
But you know what we don't talk about? Politics.
Yeah, but you know
He'll come
what? People make hasty generalizations all the time, just based on what they see, without without any investigation whatsoever.
Well, I mean, some people do investigate shit, but they investigate in the wrong place. Like, Mr. Lizard.
Well, I don't know how much investigation you can do if you're standing outside, you look up and you see an object and you immediately think it's aliens from another universe.
I never said that. I know other people do. I get that. I get that.
I'm saying what I'm saying is I don't know how people who can look up and see something and immediately say to themselves it's aliens from another universe.
I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. Is that
Well,
fair
how-
enough,
how
Gio?
could you-
Is that fair enough, Gio?
Rex, wait a minute, Rex. If you go outside right now and you see an object you can't identify, what would make you think it was an alien?
I don't know. It wouldn't.
I'm asking you a question. What would make you what would have you make the determination that it's a spaceship from another universe with aliens flying in around?
Okay. Here's your answer, Gio. Here's your answer from me, from my perspective. If that ship landed in my front yard and the aliens actually got out of the ship and said, "Hey, come with us. We want to show you another universe," that would convince me.
That's different. That's way different.
No. That's the question you asked.
No, if you see a thing flying around in the sky and you look up and
I don't know.
What would have you, if you look up, what would have you believe that it's a spaceship flying around with aliens flying it.
Nothing short of what I just told you.
Well, then how could you make that determination?
I don't make that. I don't do that.
I'm saying, how do other people make that
I don't
determination?
know. I
I'm
cannot.
telling you. I'm telling you how. I'm telling you how. I already told you how.
Because people are stupid. I've already
No,
told you how.
it's called hasty generalization. You
Yeah.
just look up in the sky. You go, oh, look, aliens from another universe, without any investigation. That's called a hasty generalization.
Well, I don't do that.
It's
So,
not. It's not anything you can investigate. You can't. You're just making things up because you immediately come. It's a reaction. It's hasty generalization because you don't fucking know. That's the point that I've been trying to make for 20 minutes. I know you don't do that. You already stated you don't do that. But I think you're right. If they flew down, landed in your backyard, came out and said, "Hi, Rex," I think I would have to believe that that's what I'm seeing.
yeah. Especially if they touch me. And
I
who knows
agree.
what
I
the
agree
fuck.
with you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Who knows what that would fucking feel like, though? Alien skin on human skin? That might be creepy. Yeah. I'm just saying.
It's creepy indeed.
Yeah. But
But
I
it
mean,
doesn't
I
matter.
get your point. I get your point. It could have been a weather balloon that I saw when I was smoking that cigarette out there. Like I said, I was looking
Yeah,
at the captain's,
it could have
uh,
been.
a chick captain's ass at first, and then I took a hit on the cigarette and looked up, and there it was, made a 90-degree angle, took off. Could have been a weather balloon. Could have been. I don't
But
know
there's a
what it
reason.
was.
There's a reason people think like this. You know? Do you know what it is?
Oh, it all started with like
It's an
who
evolution.
wrote
It's
did
evolutionary.
well yeah, but did Mary Shelley write Frankenstein first, or did Bram Stoker write Dracula first? That started the whole shit. I mean, it was building up to that with like stories of gods and monsters and all that good shit. But when it got to Frankenstein and Dracula, the shit took off. I mean, it did. That's just then you get H.P. Lovecraft writing all those fucking weird stories about dead gods and shit like that. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, first time it was different. But I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of shit flying around in the sky. Take pictures. I've taken pictures of it, taken videos. I've been with other
Oh,
people,
sure.
seen the same fucking things in the sky. Never once did I say, "Oh, look, aliens flying spaceships up in the sky."
Well, I get that. I get that. I'd say the same thing about aliens as I say about God. I don't know if
But
they're
then,
like it. Well, I mean, if they're like 500,000 years more advanced than us, who's to say what they can and can't do? They might be able to get here. They might understand physics better than we do, which is probably true because we don't understand shit.
yeah, no, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into the, I mean, I know Marvel did the whole quantum realm shit, but that's just fucking cartoons. We don't know what's going on down there. Once you get below the quark level of physics, who the fuck knows what's going on? I mean, I'm just saying.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And I don't really care. What should
Well, the main reason I don't think aliens have come here more than maybe once or twice is because we're really not that goddamn interested. We're a bunch of less hairy apes running around thinking we know everything.
well,
So,
I think it's all us.
Please elaborate.
It's us, people, where it's people doing it to people. It's the government, the military, all the agencies, everything. I mean, like I said in the sideshow, thousands of weather balloons released daily. Many of them have been sighted, and people said they were aliens. Now, how do you get from weather balloon to alien? But that's
Not
what people
knowing what.
do. And they
Well,
release thousands of them daily. They go up into the sky, they read the atmosphere. People get that's how we get our information about what the weather's doing, right? Then these devices they break off and they fall to earth and they're garbage. And people pick them up. There are people who actually go around and pick these things up. And everybody thinks they're flying around like it's aliens flying around. And then there are other people who just release things on their own, just citizens on their own. Untold numbers of things released into the sky by just normal everyday citizens. Now, we have no way of knowing the exact numbers of that, but we could just tell by looking at satellite imagery and all of the imagery from flight patterns and stuff like that, because the stuff is, we could see it. Pilots see garbage floating around in the sky all the time.
oh sure.
And you ever seen pictures of the images of how much garbage is floating around out in space? Have you seen photos of that?
Mm-hmm.
There's so much shit that's floating around out there. It's ridiculous, and nobody knows. You see something floating around in the sky, who knows what the fuck it is? But how do you get from, oh, I see a thing floating around to it's somehow a self-propelled vehicle with people in it? It just makes no sense. But if they're here, just show up. All they have to do is show up. It's easy. It's very easy. It's not hard to do.
You've watched the original The Day the Earth Stood Still in black and white too many times, man. You want them to just say, hey, here we are. This is Gort. If you step out of line, Gort will fuck you up. Yeah.
Well, what would you do? What would you do? You want the aliens to just come and just kill everybody and just take over without any warnings? Just boom, that's it? Is that how you'd like it to go?
Well, wasn't that the plot of Independence Day?
Well, this is all fiction, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that's how you got to take it, right? It's not literal. It's not foreboding. It's not, it's not telling you, it's not giving you, it's not prophecy, right? Star Wars is not prophecy.
No, that's a Western space. Yeah.
They haven't happened and they're not going to happen, right? That's what fiction is about.
Well, hang on. Let me ask you a question there, Gio. Let me ask you a question, Gio.
Mm-hmm.
How much of science fiction has become science fact?
Yeah, right. That's
happening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s on Star Trek The Next Generation, they were using tablets instead of the little fucking gumball things they had in the original series. And what do we have now? We have tablets and touch screens and so.
Right. Well, society tries to emulate its culture. We see things and that's part of our culture. So we want to emulate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have tablets. Now, if they made something else other than tablets, we'd be emulating that.
Well, no, let us travel back a little. Let me travel you back a little more in time.
What I just said is part of the culture.
Hey.
Part of the culture.
When did flip
Why
phones
else would
come
they make a
around?
tablet? Why else would they make a tablet, Rex?
In the original Star Trek series, they had flip communicators. When did flip phones come around? In the 80s? Late 80s. We'll say late 80s. Early
Yeah,
90s.
well, if the phones were made of circles that went up and down instead of flipped, we'd be making things that were circles that went up and down instead of flipped.
Okay, well, what if
See?
we didn't go through the dark ages and we had colonized every visible star in the sky right now? What
What?
if? What
Say
if?
that again.
You've never heard that?
Say that again. I didn't even catch it. What?
If we didn't go through the dark ages
Hmm.
where science was repressed, what, the 1500s? Something like that. 1500s. We would have colonized every visible star in the sky by now if we hadn't gone through the dark ages. Or people were tortured and killed for like wanting to do science.
Uh,
That's the thing. Look it up. I got to go to the bathroom.
I don't know how you would know that. I don't know how anybody would know that, but never heard of that before. But as it stands, we're not in that. So what could have been is just conjecture. It's just fantasy, right? Because the Dark Ages happened. That's what you claimed. It's because of the Dark Ages. Now, if hypothetically the Dark Ages never happened, how do you determine that we would have been, because the Dark Ages happened, our technology is less advanced than it could have been? Now, I don't know how you demonstrate that. That's another big leap that you're making there that I can't find, that I can't see how to answer. I just have to go. I'll just take Rex's word on that the Dark Ages stifled the I don't know. I don't know how. Anyway, are you going to get beer or something? Did he go? Is that what he said? Anyway, this whole thing is. The Dark Ages. If the Dark Ages didn't happen, we would have been. Technology would have progressed to a different level. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Technology would have been. We would have colonized Mars. Or is that what, I mean, I don't know. But how do you show that if the Dark Ages didn't happen, that right now we'd be jumping through hyperspace and using black holes as highways? I mean, or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Rex, are you still there? Because I'm gonna. Oh, Rex. What happened?
Oh, I had to go get a beer and go to the bathroom. Why? You got a split?
Got it. Yeah, I have to take off anyway. I have to go to grocery store.
I did that yesterday. So I'm good to go for right now. Right now.
I have to pick up a few dollars worth of groceries. Anyway,
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what you're saying, but kind of.
What I'm saying, we don't know. We don't know what the shit is.
Well, the hypothetical about the Dark Ages, and if the Dark Ages didn't happen, that our technology would be more advanced.
From what I understand, yes. I'm not saying we'd have warp drive and shit, but I mean, it would be beyond what we have now.
Right.
But just my opinion.
So that's an opinion, right? So it's based on how you feel, right?
No, it's based on what I've read about it.
So you read something and you go, "Oh, this is appealing to me. I'm going to hold this opinion." That's what you did, right?
Well, it's not from fucking answers from Genesis or any kind of shit like that. It's from an actual science website.
All right. I'd be interested in seeing how they determined that technology would be more advanced. I guess if you just stopped it at one point and then restarted it at a different point, it would be more advanced. But then I don't know how that demonstrates anything really. What is that saying? That you see what my problem is? As a person hearing the statement and trying to make sense of it?
Okay, look. Let's me and you jump in my TARDIS and go back to 14500 after BC. I mean AD after, or BCE, or however the fuck you want to say it. Okay, you've got a Zippo, I've got a Zippo. We both walk out of the TARDIS. Villagers everywhere going, where the fuck that come from? And we flick our Zippos and make fire in our hands. How fast would we get fucking burnt at the stake for that, or dunked in a goddamn pond with a rock to see if we float? Because we're witches. We can make fire in our hands. We are witches.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You still don't get the point. Or either you're fanning not getting the point, one or the other. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, no, I know the point. It's foreign technology. It's going to be seen as something supernatural, otherworldly to someone who's never encountered it before.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Did you ever see that old movie called Quest for Fire? It had Ron Perlman in it. He was the guy that was like the guardian of the fire.
I may have seen it. I'm not sure.
And then, what was her name? Shit. Their whole tribe was naked. That's why I watched the movie. But anyway, her tribe could make fire. They took a bow and a stick and, used friction to make fire. But Ron Perlman's tribe couldn't do that until she taught her. And yeah, so it's a pretty good movie. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I've seen it. There's no script in that movie, right?
No, there was no dialogue. They were all just like, yeah. Yeah.
Very easy. Imagine being in the cast and like, ready, go, do your line. What line?
Yeah, no shit.
More please.
Yeah, give it a little more, you know, emotion. Give it a little more emphasis. Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Well, don't let me keep you from your grocery shopping. What
Well,
the
I don't
fuck you
have to.
gonna
I
get?
don't have to. I don't have to leave right away. It's I.
Oh, okay.
But if the later I go, the hotter it gets out here. It's already 114.
Oh
It's not
shit.
getting. Yeah, it's not getting any cooler, but it's only going to get hotter. So.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
riding a bicycle. So that makes it even worse.
oh, that makes it worse.
But
Okay. That's yeah.
it's part of my lifestyle, man. I
Well, I
love
mean,
my
you live how you want to live.
I love riding
Fuck.
my bicycle. It's so much fun and freeing, and it makes me feel so good. So why not? It's
So,
the only exercise I get except for lifting the bricks.
oh, your bricks. Oh, we're back to the bricks now.
Yeah, I have them here. I have them right by my side, and I pick them up and I do this. I do this kind of shit. Two bricks in each hand. I'm working up to three bricks in each hand.
Oh,
But they're kind of hard to grip. My hands are big enough to grip them, but I'm not strong enough to hold them.
get some gloves with like the
That's
grip shit
cheating.
on.
That'd be
And it
cheating.
is not cheating. I wore gloves for years just so that I wouldn't fuck my hands up and I could still draw. But I fucked my hands off and I can't draw anymore. So,
Well, when I was in the service 6 years, and I was in tanks the whole time. And my first job was a driver. My second job was a loader, right? Being the loader, and
mhm.
they didn't want anybody to wear gloves. They said, "Don't wear gloves." I said, "Fuck that
What?
shit." I said, "Fuck that
Exactly.
shit." I'm wearing gloves. I don't care what anyone says. No, everyone's saying to me, "Oh, you're wearing gloves?" I go, "Yeah, yeah, I'm wearing gloves." Got something to say? They go, "Yeah, you shouldn't be wearing gloves." I go, "Okay, thanks." And guess who? Guess who the fastest loader in the whole company was?
Oh, you?
Yeah, me. Yeah. And you know what the dividing the common denomination was?
What?
The gloves.
Mhm.
I was the only loader that wore gloves. What does that tell you?
You should usually wear gloves. Yeah.
You should wear some fucking gloves, because I was able to do shit so much faster because I wasn't worrying about chopping my hands to shit.
Oh, exactly.
You know, I could go in and grab that breech, pull that fucking breech down, pull that fucking thing out. If it was stuck, I could jump up, undo a jam. I could jump back down. I could undo another jam. And all the while, my hands are in everything. Why the fuck not wear gloves? So stupid. And plus, you have to do everything quickly, right now. Get it done right now. Boom, boom, boom. You can't pussyfoot around with your fingers. Oh, be a little fucking around with your fingers. But that's how I got over the hump of being being fast and efficient without hurting myself. Wear gloves. Yeah, I have to go to the store. I have to pick up some coffee and a few other things. Some fruit. I want to get a pineapple. I buy a pineapple a week usually. Love fresh pineapple.
A little too acidic for me. I can get
Oh,
by with like a tangerine.
I love it.
Um,
I eat fruit like crazy though. I made some homemade strawberry yogurt. It's very simple. I just go and get a bushel of strawberries. Like in the store, you buy a little basket full of,
mhm,
and then I just mash them up. Well, cut the green stuff off, and then mash them
mhm.
up. Just throw them in the yogurt. Buy a big tub of yogurt. I just mix it all up. Instant strawberry yogurt, and I didn't add any fucking crap to it. Didn't add anything. Just pure strawberry and pure yogurt. Very simple to do.
Well, that's what I do with my cabbage. I make a fried cabbage stew with vegetables, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
me about a week. About a week.
that's cool. I wanted to go to the store earlier, but I slept in. I slept till
Huh?
about. I wanted to get up at like 7 a.m. and just go, but I didn't get up until 10.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's Sunday, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I usually do all my like little house chores for myself on Sunday. I do it early in the morning, but I did everything yesterday. So I was going to go to the store today, but I slept late. So, but I got all my other stuff done. Like laundry and cleaning, bathroom cleaning shower, cleaning, just cleaning, just general housework shit. So, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, the two things I hate is cleaning the goddamn bathroom and washing dishes. I don't have a dishwasher. You, on the other hand, are probably lucky enough to have a fucking dishwasher. You know what my dishwasher is? My hands and my arms. That's
Well,
how I wash dishes.
you're right. We have a dishwasher here in the kitchen, but we really don't need it because there's only two of us, and we don't really make many dishes. So we just do them. I do them. I wake up in the morning and I do them. Whatever's in the sink, I just do it.
Right,
I don't know. It's
right.
just I do it by hand. So
Well, I mean, if that's all you use, if that's
yeah,
all you need to clean, and the rest of it's in the cabinet or whatever. Yeah,
yeah. Like
wherever.
what? How
Yeah.
many dishes am I going to use a day? I mean, really?
I
But
have I have one dish, one bowl, one fork, one spoon, and one knife, and I try to keep them clean. I try to keep them clean.
well, yeah, yeah. It's not that many. Four utensils and a plate and a cup and a bowl, or it's not much.
No.
But I know it's annoying. You don't want to do dishes. You don't want to. Some people like doing dishes though. Some people.
Some people are fucking stupid. I'm just saying that to reiterate the fucking point that some people are stupid.
Well, it's the world, and it takes all kinds of people in this world to.
Yeah, there's like what 8 billion of us now. Jesus Christ.
Somebody's bound to enjoy doing dishes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's somebody out there.
Yeah,
Hey, baby, you want to come over here and do dishes for me? Well, sure.
yeah,
I love doing dishes.
yeah. Exactly. You got to find. If you find anyone like that, let me know.
Oh, I will.
I'm sure there's someone out there who loves doing dishes.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, you want to hear something?
Sure.
This computer over here. I don't know if you can see my camera, but this computer here, I installed 3 server fans on the front.
Jesus.
Do you know?
Does
Do you
it
know?
run that hot? Does it really run that hot?
No, it's really unnecessary.
Okay, fair enough.
I just did it because I could do it. I just did it.
Gotcha.
It's
I
it's
got
it's completely unnecessary,
you.
but I did it anyway. I want you to hear. Tell me if you hear. I'm going to turn the fans up full blast, and I want you to
Mhm.
tell me if you hear you hear it. Okay, just I have to turn the system on. So let me. But I'm going to direct the microphone so you can maybe hear it. Okay,
Sure.
so
And I will take this opportunity to invite anybody in to the stream if they want to join.
I'm
The
wondering.
link is pinned. So
I'm wondering if you'll be able to hear that. I'm not sure. Let me see.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I still don't hear anything.
Okay, hang on a minute. It's not. It hadn't even turned on yet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Did you turn it on?
Yeah, I'm trying. It's coming on now. It has to come on. I have to go into Windows. All right.
No, I heard you whistle, but I do not hear the fans.
You don't hear anything?
Well, I hear you fucking with the mic. But I don't hear any fans. No, I don't hear any fans. Well, now you're muted. You're still muted. Nope, nothing. Got nothing. If I could be like that, I'll give anything.
Her phone, real tech.
There you go.
Check, 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 check. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to hear. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so far so good.
You hear anything? Don't hear anything?
Kinda sounds like water.
No. You don't hear it. Ah, I know what. I got a better idea. Check 1, 2. Do you hear me? What happened to Rex? Rex? Portable dishwasher. Do you guys hear me in the chat? In the side chat? Audio. Audio. Because I'm on my wireless headset. Oh, I got a that on my nose. So Clock, what happened to Clock or Rex? Did he just leave? I didn't see him leave. But I'm going to walk over to this computer. Let me know if you guys hear the fan. Do you hear that? I'm going to slow it down now. So you hear it? Slowing down. Now I'm going to speed it back up. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that's freaking crazy. Anyway, where's Rex? He dropped out of his own stream. Rex. Oh well. Rex. I have to switch to the other microphone. Real tech mic, real low. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. All right, it's the Geo Sam and Clockwork Rex stream. Yay! But without Clockwork Rex, hooray! Yippee! Is anybody watching? Rex. Oh, you know what I got? I gotta turn the fans down.